and welcome along and welcome back to the old farm countryside. Today we are going to be finishing off our contract from last time. So I'm back in the Vulture here, and behind me we have the bale wrapper. So plan is to get all of these bales wrapped up as quickly as possible, and then we can get this finished off and hopefully get some extra money in. So let's unfold that and get rid of this £15,000 deficit that we currently have. As I said last time, we could probably borrow a bit of money, but I do want to clear this as much as possible. And doing this contract, doing this silage contract, that should clear it. That should allow us to sort of get rid of this as quickly as possible. So that's a good way for us to do it. So lots of wrapping of bales to get done now to clear this off. There we go. There's our first one. We'll line ourselves up for the second. And there's a good number of bales on this field. There are a really good number of bales on this field. So I'm expecting this to produce a nice, healthy amount of money for us going forwards. And to get us moving again, because it's kind of stalled us on this map a little bit, running out of cash like this. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to go and return the Lamborghini. That is because it is costing us money. It won't be necessary going forwards, and we're just going to run with the Fent for now. If we do need another tractor, somebody pointed out a really ingenious way of doing it. What we can do is we can start a mission and hold on to the tractor for it, which is not a bad idea, not a bad way of doing it. If we need a tractor, if we need something with a bit of power, borrow one from a mission to do it. It's a lot cheaper way of hiring a piece of kit. You're obviously restricted to whatever tractor it is from that mission, but if you're desperate for something for a little while and trying not to spend the cash, it's actually a slightly cheaty way of doing it. You can't use the equipment from the mission on your farm, but you can use the tractor, and that's the thing. So we are 4 bales into this. We have quite a bit of wrapping to do. There are a huge number of bales on this field. I am very impressed by how much grass got cut and baled here. And it's quite I find it's quite a cathartic thing to wrap bales. It's quite nice and relaxing to do this job. So we're going to go through. We're going to get these wrapped, and then we're going to go and get the bale stacker and get them collected up. Hopefully, we'll be able to get all this wrapped before the store closes. We're running at 1 times at the moment because it is going to take a little while to get these all wrapped up. But we seem to be getting through it okay at the moment. We're a good way into the field now, and yeah, they're wrapping very nicely. As I said before, there are quite a few bales on this field, and what I'm hoping is that it's not just going to be the contract that does us well. It's going to be the fact that we are also going to be selling some of these silage bales, because there's always an excess. And even if we sell 3 or 4, that's still going to bring in a decent amount of money. And hopefully this single field should get us out of this debt situation. The other thing I was thinking as I'm going around here, wrapping these bales, is that there was certainly, as far as I was concerned, I was a bit miffed when this was the only bale wrapper that came in the standard game initially. Until I realised that this bale wrapper wraps round bales as well as square bales. It's a function that a lot of people, well, certainly myself, missed out. Is that, yeah, this is a round bale wrapper as well as a square bale wrapper, and is built to be that, which is really quite cool. I really like that. It makes it a very much more versatile piece of kit to have around as a result, and I don't think it gets used as much as I think it could, to be honest. But I really like it. I like this bale wrapper a lot, especially since I found out it's more versatile than I initially realised. So yeah, it's really quite cool, this, and I love the animations on it as well. It's just and as I was saying before, it's just a nice relaxing thing to just be driving around the field and wrapping the bales. They are, you know, it's just really nice to just sit here and watch this go round. I think we must be about halfway through the field at the moment, and yeah, it is going nicely. We still do have time. We have lost a little bit more money. That is because we have, as well as this going, we have got our other tractor running, trying to clear the other contract. The ploughing one that's worth 9,000. It's obviously not going to be worth quite so much just because we've got a hired worker trying to clear that one. But we're probably still going to make about 5,000 out of that. So with any luck, we will clear this debt today, which will be absolutely brilliant. Really, really needed in order for us to get on and to get our harvest done on our 2 fields. I think what we should do is, while this next bale is wrapping, let's check on the status of our farm and see where we are. So in here, we can have a look, and we can see field 33 and field 35 are currently in the last stage of growth. Now this is the bit that worries me, because if we then check the fertilization status, we've got a whole load of lime missing from 33, so I'm going to turn the lime off. 33 is fully done, it's weeded and everything. 35 is not weeded and it's not at all fertilized. So 35 is the one we need to get done. And as I said last time, what we're going to do, because it's the last stage of growth, we're going to use the whole thing where we can spray and then fertilize and then spray. Sorry, no, sorry. Other way around. Fertilize, then spray the weeds off, then fertilize again. And that will allow us to get that done. So we are going to need the fent back for that job. So hopefully that is not too far away from completing. Yeah, you can see it's at the far side of field 38, which is good news. That means that has nearly finished that contract. And hopefully that will bring, well, that's going to bring in 9,000, so that's going to clear most of our debt as it stands at the moment. And then this field here, once we collect up these bales, once we get these wrapped and collect them up, it's going to clear the rest of it and get us into a position where we can get that field done. And I would very much like to get that field done today, but we'll see how we go. We'll see if we have enough time in this to do that. For now, I think we'll get the rest of these bales wrapped and we'll go from there. Into our last couple of rows of bale wrapping now. What, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bales left to go. And it's now this nice sea of white square marshmallows that we have on the field. And it's gone well, as you'd expect from equipment that is given to you to do this contract. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Our other tractor has not yet finished, admittedly. He's still up along the side of field 38, but he is finishing off. So I think by the time we finish this, our other tractor will likely be finished as well, which is good news. And we can start getting some money back in on this, which is desperately needed, especially if I'm gonna have any hope of getting that field sprayed 3 times in order to get that to its maximum fertilization state. without any weeds, because we want to have we want those oats to do well. We need those oats to do well, because we need to make money off them. Absolutely. So, and this is there's gonna be a certain amount of cost reduction on the farm. I think we're gonna get rid of anything we have hired that we don't need at the moment, because it's we've got this massive drain on our finances every day, and we just need to make sure that we clear it. Of course, our biggest drain is our combine. Our combine is hired, and it's just sitting there most of the time. We need to be doing more missions, more contracts with it, in order to make sure that the money for that is met. The trouble we've got at the moment is that, and the reason why we're doing a baling contract and not a harvesting one, is because there just aren't any harvesting contracts. It's all ploughing, sowing and cultivating at the moment, and baling. So yeah, that has been a cause of our problems. Had we had a harvesting contract, we could actually made a fair amount of money. But then that's the beauty of the baling contracts, is that they too are worth cash. So we can make money on them, albeit not quite as much, because we have to hire a large amount of equipment. Let's just have a quick look at that. So if I have a look at the baling contracts, yeah, it's not a huge amount of money actually to lease the equipment off the farmer. Not as much as I thought, considering the amount of equipment you have to lease. I thought it would have been a lot higher cost to have done this. But anyway, we have now finished wrapping bales on this field. We've just got this last bale to finish off and unload. But with that done, we can drop that off and get this back to the shop. And then switch and grab the bale stacker that's down there. I reckon 2 to 3 loads off here should do well. Also, I noticed Helper E has completed their task, so we'll get our Fent and we'll get working with that as well. We'll get that back, and hopefully we can get some spraying started with that in the very near future. Heading back to our farm with the Fent now. It has completed the contract at the far end. But as you can see, though, we still have 16,600 in debt. That's because I have yet to actually complete the contract itself. So to claim it, we need to close these doors because I want to get at the pressure washer. It's one of those things. Having the pressure washer here does force me to close those doors. I still think I need to move it. I might need to move it more over towards the other side of things, or maybe down the side of the grain store over there. Here is a little bit in the way with the doors, so yeah. But we'll give this a good wash down. And then once we've done that, we can go and put some care wheels on it, because we want to get started. I don't know if we've got herbicide or fertilizer in the tank of our sprayer, but either way, we need to get it cleared off and sorted. We've got the Arcusa auto stacker up at the other field as well. This looks a little bit worn. That's because the plough is in need of some repairs, but we don't have the money to do that at the moment, so we're just going to put this parked up over here and out the way. So down it goes, and then we can disconnect it. Right, and then we want to take this over here. Well, yeah, we do have some herbicide, definitely. Do we have any fertilizer? How much do we have? We have, oh wow, that's not a lot of, if anything, that we've got in our hardy here. Connect that all up, and yeah, we've got 20% fertilizer in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up these wheels on this. We'll complete the contract that we have, and then we'll go and get those bales so that we can fill this up and get this doing a load of fertilizing as quickly as possible. So there we are, customize. I don't think it's the Mitas, I think it's the Trelleborgs that we want. And the narrow tyres, there we go. Customize that. Yes, it won't cost us anything, which is good news. Connect that up, that and the pipes. We'll lift it up. And then we'll leave this tractor here. Oh, yeah, there we go. And then we can leave this tractor here. Lift that up, there we are. And go and get our other stuff stacked, which is over here. So this should not take too long to get this job done. Open that up. Get these collected. I do quite like this auto stacker. It's a very efficient piece of kit. And makes a job like this work really, really quickly. And because it's a very simple mechanism, unlike the Andersen one, it tends to cycle through its whole thing a little bit quicker. There we go. And we are already a third full on this. We'll get the end ones, it'll make it easier for us to turn. Half full at this point. Ooh. Don't really want to push the bales along the ground like that though. And the Andersen would be better on these though. I think you'd get a lot of ripping in real life if you tried to use an auto stacker like this on square bales that are wrapped. I think it'd cause you a fair amount of issues, to be honest. We're up to 12, 4 more bales, and we can go and do this first set, which is intriguing because that is a lot of bales that are still on this field, given this. There we go. We'll take the end ones out to make things easier for us. Like so. One more bale. And then we can fold this up. Yeah. Fold up our pickup. And we're heading up to the bale point, I think. Yeah, up to the haystack where we will go and get these dropped off. Here we are at the haystack. It's not far away, but it is closed. No! That is not good. That is not good at all. The opening hours are till 3 PM. That is really, really annoying. We cannot complete this mission today. Ah. Well, there's not much I can do here. We will have to leave this here. We'll head back to our farm. We'll complete the contract that we've got, and hopefully we can borrow a little bit of money to get ourselves out of the other predicament and then repay it back. But yeah, the haystack is closed. So back to here. And what we're going to do is we are going to complete the contract we have that is open. Which is completed, which is field 38. It's 5,500, which I was hoping is going to be a little bit more, but we'll collect that. And then what we've got to try and do is borrow, well, we need to borrow probably about 15,000. I don't know if we can do that. We can. We have just enough that we can borrow. So we will borrow that. We have a 3,900. Ah, that is, yeah, that is ever so slightly annoying and depressing. That the haystack has been closed for half an hour in game. So until the next game day, we won't be able to sell them. By that point, our stuff is going to be ready for harvest. So let's fill this with liquid fertilizer, see how much that takes. That took 2,318. So we'll head off, we'll get this spraying, and then next time what we'll do is we will come back on here, we'll get the herbicide sprayed, the fertilizer sprayed, and that will be done. And I think we will get rid of the Lamborghini next time as well, because as I said, we don't need that, and we don't need the cost of it. Overnight again. So I'm going to set this up doing the fertilizing. We've not been as successful today as I'd hoped, which is a bit annoying. Let's set this. Field 35 user, there we go. Current vehicle position. Headlands first, going counterclockwise. We'll put 2 headland passes in. Generate that. There we go. Start point is here. First waypoint, drive course, and away it goes. So we're going to leave that doing this, and then next time we will have 1 stage of fertilization done on here. We'll get the herbicide going next time, and we'll do some stuff around the yard that will prepare us for harvest, because we are going to be really close to doing it. For now though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.